Caller, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Robert?
I'm
Hey,
good, man.
hey, the guy that went on that date with that girl.
What's up?
She coming over later, and
Check
we're
this
watching
out,
a
man.
movie.
Listen, my show I'm on right now, but it ain't
Yeah.
really went live yet.
Oh, damn, damn, damn.
You know
My
what?
fault, man.
You know what? Fuck it, man. We gonna just keep going. Hold on. Let me. Okay, what's up now? You got something going tonight?
Yeah, I got something going on tonight.
Okay, and this is from you being straight up like you was.
Yeah, because I was telling her, I was a movie director. You know what I mean? Like talking about movies and shit. And this is how I got the bitch to come over. She was like, "Oh, you got any movie recommendations?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got this movie." And she was like, "Oh, I need to watch that." And I was like, "Hey, don't watch it without me though." And she was like, "You got a place to watch it at?" I was like, "Yeah, my crib, but my heater broke." And she was like, "If we're watching a movie, we don't need a heater, do we?" And I was like, "Nah, you damn right about that." And then now she pulling up.
Okay, but what I'm saying, what's your question or what's your? You just giving me a update?
No, my question is basically like obviously we both know what we about to do, but I mean, once I fuck the bitch, from there, do I just like cut my attention and see where she coming from then?
See, that's a good question, and I'm glad you asked it. Cause see, this is what I be trying to tell you guys. You can't know half the shit and expect to win. Yeah, we talked about you did it wrong at first. You straighten that up. Now you got to come into the crib, all that. But and it's the same broad that you wasn't sure if she was gonna fuck with you, right?
Oh yeah, you right.
Okay. Now what I'm saying is you adjusting how planning what you're gonna say to it. That's only part of what you have to do. I mean, the rest of it is you have to plan what you're gonna do after what you tried to what you gotta plan what you're gonna do after what you previously planned have worked. Otherwise, now you planned your conversation that worked. Now you have to plan what you're gonna do after you kick it with baby on the sex tip or whatever y'all gonna do. And that involves you having shit for her to do, or at least shit that you're doing that you can tell her about that's gonna intrigue her enough to want her to see you be successful at it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So what do that bring to mind for you?
Uh, I would probably obviously be saying kicking it, but on a kicking note, that can't just stay like that forever.
Hold on, man. See, you guys fucking use shit and you don't know what it means. Do you know what kicking it mean?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Touching bases.
See, see how vague that is?
Yeah.
That's because you don't really know what it means. And
Mm.
that's because you guys heard that phrase and you made it mean whatever you thought it mean,
You
which
right.
which is anything, but it don't. Kicking it mean you're talking to a particular person about something important. And let's say you in the after hours and you in a room and somebody walks by and see inside and they say, hey, is it cool if I come in here? And we say, nah, man, can't you see we kicking it? That mean we talking about something important and ain't no motherfucker know you can't come in here. But what I'm saying is all this person that's walking by when he say, hey, can I come in here? And we say, no, can't you see we kicking it? All he see is that we talking. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah, I do.
that's where he get his definition at. But kicking it means something in particular. Nigga, I want to kick it with you about this here. When you say that, you got something really important that you want to talk to him about. Kicking it don't mean you just lounging around talking to whoever's shooting the shit. That's what you
Yeah,
guys make it.
right.
That's what you guys make it mean.
And
But
that's what I said when I got on that live before with two of y'all. And y'all corrected me on that.
okay, but now what I'm saying to you is what do you have going on? I ain't trying to front you off or nothing. I'm really asking you what you got going on that you could bring up to her.
oh, I'm an upcoming filmmaker, and the reason why she's coming over because, well, maybe that's not really the main reason, but we're gonna watch a movie. But on after that, I already know what's gonna happen.
No,
But
man, no, fuck all that. What's
what?
gonna
What?
happen while y'all watching the movie? What are you gonna be telling the bitch about? You just gonna sit there silently and watch the movie?
No, absolutely not. Because it's a
So
movie
then,
that I
what are
really
you gonna
fuck with.
tell her about?
I'm gonna pause it every scene that needs a that I'm giving her a question. What do you think about this scene? What do you think about that? Because it's not just a movie that we're gonna sit down and watch. Like it's a deep ass movie that I really fuck with, and she's interested in seeing it.
All right, bro, you on the right track. Long as you know what to say about that movie, that's gonna get her interest in you. The movie is
Mm.
irrelevant. The movie is what it took to get her to say, okay, I'm coming over here for whatever. You already know
Yeah,
what you're coming over here for. But then at the same time, if that's all you about, then you cool. But evidently that ain't all you about. You want something to occur from this goddamn meeting that y'all finna have.
yeah, I like yeah, I want to benefit too.
Yeah, but that ain't gonna happen unless you have something to tell that goddamn bitch so she can like see that man, this dude is on his way to doing something, and she'll want to
Mm-hmm.
help. You know, big bras, they ain't against helping you. They against the shit y'all be doing, talking about charging a bitch. You know, talking about just fucking over a bitch. No, man. That
Yeah,
they
even the one making it,
go ahead. What?
making it being dependent on the woman. Is that what you're talking about?
Making you be dependent.
No, no, a man being dependent on a woman. Is that what you're talking about? That's what most guys are doing.
Well, they're dependent on the idiocracy that they live in. And yeah, in that case, they are depending on women. But see, what I'm saying is that's their problem. And evidently, you trying to miss that. And I'm trying to tell you how to miss it. And you keep bringing up shit that's including it. You got to miss it. You can always think of some shit that's going to include whatever the fuck you leaving.
Mm.
But if you leaving it, it's gone. It's left. You don't think of it no
Yeah.
more, or you don't talk about it no more. You talk about what replaced it, and what should replace what you talking about is what the fuck you gonna do and say. But do you see? You don't have an answer for that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but that should show you need that answer.
And so what was the question though?
What the fuck are you gonna do with the bitch after you fuck her?
Exactly. That's. I was thinking I gotta draw my attention away, or because I can't after I fuck with this, I can't just keep doing what I was doing
No,
before, or
man,
do I?
no, no, no. You asking me what should you do, and I'm already telling you. You better plan on what the fuck you gonna say to that bitch after you fuck her. And
Damn.
that's all about what you got going on in your life. And if you got something interesting enough to talk about, like this film you talk, not this particular film, but film making that you talking about, I mean, you can use that. She's interested
Don't
in
talk.
that.
So basically, don't talk about that until after I fuck you up.
Well, I mean, yeah, don't talk
I
about
would
it.
save that for after.
You can mention the shit, but I'm saying, see, you guys, see what I'm saying? Instead of you taking this information and using it how it comes, you
Damn.
trying to make a plan, a recipe. It ain't no goddamn recipe. You just got to know the ingredients, and the ingredients are how you perform them. It's not 2 teaspoons; it could be a whole fucking 5 pound bag of it, as far as you concerned. And I could be talking about 2 teaspoons. Long as you know what to do, is what I'm saying. And what you do is figure out how to intrigue her about your filmmaking, how to show her that you ain't just talking shit. You ain't one of these motherfuckers that don't have no identity, and you know you just trying to say something to impress her. No, this is my identity. I'm seriously a filmmaker, and if you paying attention, you see it because not only are we watching this movie, you should be dissecting what you watching. You know,
Damn, bro.
letting that bitch know how that scene was set up for the particular effect that it got. I mean, it's all kind of shit you could be talking about. after you get through fucking the bitch or while you watching that movie before you fuck the bitch. All of this is leading up to fucking the bitch so that when you get through fucking the bitch, you can go ahead on and talk about what you doing on the real straight lace because now she into you.
Yep, yep, yep. And that's the plan, man.
Now you say that's the plan.
Nigga,
What is the
I'm gonna post
motherfucking
that.
plan? What is the plan?
We gonna watch the movie on a, cause I'm genuine when it comes to
Hey,
movies.
listen, man, I don't want to hear all that bullshit. I ask you, what is the plan?
The plan is to let the bitch know who I am, and even if I fuck the bitch, they doing the same shit.
Because that's who you are. I mean, you know,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
when you said you gotta should you fucking change this or whatever after you fuck her? Fuck no, man.
No,
Who
no.
the
The
motherfucker
same
that
way you
fuck?
doing it. The
Hey,
same
the
way.
motherfucker that fucked her is the motherfucker she fucking with. It
Yeah.
ain't two or three of you motherfuckers that you choose this one this time and this one that time. No, it's one motherfucker for all times, and that's the motherfucker you choose to fuck with or not. You got to bring it to the bitch like that, and she'll choose. See, y'all scared to stand up. She'll choose. She'll say, you know what, I want to fuck with this, but you don't want to take that chance. She might say that. She might. So what? The bitch might get ran over by a car. I'm saying, man, there's all kind of shit that can happen that can end whatever the fuck you talking about.
Yo, that's so fucking true.
So why worry about that shit?
Word.
You worry about what you can affect, what you can do. And as long as you're doing that, then that's all you need to think about because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, I'm being real with you, bro. Hey, keep me
Being
updated,
real with
man.
you, I will.
Make sure you call in and keep me updated.
I will, brother.
All right, man. Be cool. All right, you guys, you tuned in, and I was already running my motherfucking mouth, but I can't help it. It's not something that I do to just do it. Uh, Today, I really wanted to talk about: is it in your ass or is it on your ass? Now, that statement is about being real. You know, you got a pimp friend, and he got this problem, and he come up to you, and he start talking about it, and he's saying this, he's saying that, and everything he's saying, as far as you can see, that's in this game, man. What the fuck are you talking about? But you don't say that. You tell that motherfucker, man, goddamn, man, you act like you don't know what's going on. Is this shit in you or is this shit on you? And then he would say, if he's a real motherfucker, this shit is in me, man. And what I'm saying is that statement is about being real, and when you use it, the person you're using it to comes real. They get real. It's like a slap. You know, it's like you know, Big Brother punch you in the chest. That is, it's like that. But you guys don't use it like that because there's only one fucking way to be real, and I don't know if you guys know what it is. Is it better to be real? When is a good time to be a motherfucking faker? See, let's deal with that shit. Because what I'm saying is, those are some very simple questions, but do you have the answer? Because it determines whether or not it's in you or on you. So what I'm saying is it in you or is it on you? See, why you cats ain't using that motherfucking phrase anymore? Have you ever thought about how it was a very prevalent phrase about 6 years ago? I personally killed it. I know I did. And what I'm saying is, you ain't got to thank me. Just know that what I just said is true. You motherfuckers picked that phrase up a few years back and would come on my page talking about this in me and blah 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 whatever, and I would attack whoever the fuck it was, whoever came on my page using that shit got attacked and ranked, and I'm talking about cussed out. Why? Because we all knew it was on each and every one of them motherfuckers who used that phrase. But today, a few of you can honestly say there's more in you than it has ever been in your life. And like I said, don't thank me because I helped you open a can of worms. Now that little, now that a little bit of this real abadabba is in you, you're faced with making a decision. And your decision is, do I continue to be a fake? Or do I take the high road and use this little game that's in me to grow? So the question again, what are you going to do? Call in, goddammit. Let me hear what you got to say on this. We can discuss it. But I don't care what you have to say. The question is going to be in your face. What are you going to do? Now we talk about experience. You're starting to see what the importance of having experience is. Why does experience teach you more than a book? Why, when you do get experience, does your persona change? Can you be all you can be without experience? I'm telling you, these questions I'm asking are very important. And they're going to be the questions you need to answer in the coming years. That is, if you're going to, join the or promote the stop faking movement, thinking critically. Just like when I was in the streets, the Abadabba display was often imitated but never duplicated. It's the same for me as a big old motherfucking square. They are imitating the ability to transfer their knowledge of life to you. But in reality, you see what they're doing. My shit cannot be duplicated. I believe in the old adage, those who can do and those who can't teach. And what I'm saying is, I know what it takes to be down and dirty, but I ain't doing it, so I teach. Some of you motherfuckers are out there putting the cart before the horse, and you would be wise to make sure that horse do not bite you in the ass. I'm retired. 2025 will be the year of reckoning for me. And I know I'd said this shit yesterday or whatever last time I did a broadcast. But I feel it needs to be reheard. You need to understand the importance of what I'm saying. This is going to be the year all of you young motherfuckers start adjusting your thinking. Those adjustments will be all the things that you've been blessed to learn concerning how to man up. And the adjustment's going to be you're going to start implementing that shit. If you let the New Year's come in and you make a resolution that you're no longer going to be satisfied with this, part that, a big part of faking. If you're like this, then stick to your resolution. You're going to be a better man, and therefore you're going to do better as a man. You're going to get your shit together and you're gonna be stronger. You're gonna be harder on these weak women. And that doesn't mean being mean or callous. The way it is now with all the weak women is because they've not been, given the shoring up of their backbones. See, you motherfuckers, they talk to are not directors or leaders. You're especially not qualified as real motherfucking men. You guys are. Caller, what's up?
Yeah, I got a question.
Come on.
So, is it better to, when you get to a level, study the same knowledge and keep applying it, or get new, better information?
Hey man, let me tell you something before I answer that question. Do you believe that too much information is just as bad as not enough information?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, you asked him, what's better to get this knowledge and keep, building on it, or to keep getting new knowledge? That's what you asked, right?
Right.
I think it's better to build on the knowledge you have. It's always good to get new knowledge, but if you can't use the knowledge you get, it becomes clutter in your mind. It's taking up space. So I'm saying, if you can use this new knowledge, of course, it's always good to get new knowledge. But it is absolutely essential that you know how to use and develop the knowledge you already have. You feel me?
Uh, yeah.
You got something else?
Yeah. I just wanted to say, because I had the confidence course from 2019, and I've applied it to get to the level right now. So I'm trying to see, okay, do I just keep going over that information and grow to the next level, or do I need what did I need new information? But
No. Listen. I tell people this that get the course. I went back then for sure. But you go through that course all the way through, and you feel like you at a certain point, and you start using that shit. But let's say 6 months go by, you still have that course. Look at it from the very beginning again. But now you don't have to wait to look at the shit. You can look at it because you kind of know what you're seeing. The reason you had to wait before was so what you were seeing could sink in to your actual persona. But what I'm saying is, when you look at it the second time, you're not gonna be looking at it as a green motherfucker. You're gonna be looking at it as a motherfucker that's kind of down. You got some points, so you're gonna see it totally different. You're gonna see it with a different value. You're gonna see it coming out with a different value. And then let's say you finish it, and you fucking 6 months later decide to revisit. Now you're looking at it with the game you didn't got from the two looks that you had before. That's gonna give you a whole nother view of it. So what I'm saying is that continues throughout your life. I got a motherfucker that I've been fucking with 12 years, and he's still fucking with it, doing exactly what I'm saying now. Because when you get to a point, okay, you just, let's say you're a nigga like me, you're in the streets trying to have bitches, and you just now fucking with bitches. So you fuck with them with what you know. But after 3-4 months of fucking with them, getting told no and getting cut off and all that goddamn shit, you learn how to fuck with them on another level. So you start doing that. And after you do that enough, you learn another level. And pretty soon you fucking with bitches on all levels. That's how it goes.
All right.
You understand that?
Yeah, I see that now. When I first got the course, you told me that put the money you had together, and I was putting together. I was paying for my phone, got no car. Now I got luxury car. I got on just as a testimony of confidence course from 2019. So
Hey man, that shit
I'm
work,
always,
bro. That shit works, and I'm glad it's working for you.
I know if only used to, so I just got to go back. I just wanted to call and just give my graces and thanks and just a refresh on the information that you provided.
Hey man, I appreciate it, man, and stay down and make sure you revisit that course.
For sure.
All right, be cool. Uh, so you got to understand that I don't mean being mean when I say be harder on these bras. What I mean is you got to have some principles, and you got to have some boundaries, and sticking to the principles and boundaries is what I mean when I say be harder on these bras. You guys are not directors, you're not leaders, you're just followers, and you're following Dorothy down the yellow brick road. And the sad thing is you have women out there who are actually looking, searching for a brain. Not that they don't have a brain, but I'm using that in just to make the point that they're searching to make their thoughts complete. Their thoughts are just random and straggling out there. And you got women out there that's hoping to find a heart. They want to believe a little differently. You got women that's out there hoping to find courage, and they just trying to be what they should be. And what you got to understand is this is not the Wizard of Oz, and there is no place for suckers. There's nothing a woman would like better than being in a real man's presence. So get with this damn stop faking movement. Who's to say what's around the corner? How do you know all that worst case scenario shit is going to happen to you? It's what you can't see around the corner that should really make you accept being a thinker. So life in general won't ever throw you for a loop. I'm prepared to do what any real man would do, and that's take care of business in my own way. I've never been a good team player. And if you read my book, American Pimp, you'll know I failed at everything that required more than me. If it required more than me to take part in winning, I won some championships on teams, but mostly you lose with the team effort. This year I was going to reevaluate my findings on being selfish and conceited, because I might have let some of that shit slip and slide because I'm getting older, I'm getting mellower, and I'm kind of letting shit go. Seemed like it really seemed like I needed to be reminded to be selfish and conceited. Now, indirectly, when somebody comes to my door, any woman, she's actually a gift for me being as persistent as I am. I thought about how greedy I needed to be, and I refocused for a few months, and damn, baby appeared out of nowhere. See, people be tripping, got their haterade going, and they thought to start out on me, but as you can see, my tank is full. I got enough tank to supply you. Enough gas in my tank to supply y'all. I'm gonna keep talking shit. I'm gonna keep making moves. I'm gonna keep doing things on the level that you motherfuckers, who are all youngsters, only fantasize about doing. None of you have the nuts it takes. Well, my bad. I can't make blanket statements like that anymore. I don't want to make blanket statements like that anymore. I want to qualify my statement. Not many of you have the nuts it takes to be a motherfucker like me. 2025 is going to see my school of hard knocks, real usable, abadabba, pay big dividends to me. Now, I'm very proud of my stuff and how it's going. You can't really imagine how proud I am. And I only have God, my hard work, and the never quit attitude I have to thank. Above all, I know I've been blessed. I've been blessed to live this long, and believe me, I'm doing all I can do to be worthy of it. It was brought to my attention that I don't really post videos that deal with women only, which is true. And the reason is I don't want to be arguing with no broad on my videos. I try to stay away from that kind of shit because, most of the women today have such foul mouths and they think they can do what you do. They think they can be men. I'm reconnecting with some of the women that I had back in the day to see if I could find one that'll fit into this program I'm introducing. But believe it, it's true. I do not want to be alone. But what's also true is I don't want no undeserving woman living with me. It's hard for me to look at the same woman over a long period of time if she ain't really doing something. I'm doing something. I'm paying all this rent and shit. I'm paying all these goddamn bills. So of course, I got to stay as proper as I can. So do you. With your comments, and you let the man in you decide when you want to give some of these bras your personal time. I only deal with the kind of woman that know they can't come into a motherfucker's home and demand that they a bad bitch. I like the one that know, that shit can be shown very easily. Because they know how a bad bitch is and can't wait to get out the door and show it. Now, they're going to show it with as little problems as possible. And in return, a motherfucker like me notice that shit in her and appreciate the fact that she's an in-pocket motherfucker. And the rest will be history. Good women are hard to find. And I'll repeat that, good women are hard to find. And any smart motherfucking man will recognize any woman when he sees her if she got her shit together. Women keeping their mouth shut until, it's proper to speak. Yes, there is a such thing as it's not proper for you to speak. And you're supposed to adhere to that because it's going to work wonders for you when it comes to getting close to that motherfucker you chose. Telling him how bad you are will serve one purpose only. It'll get you charged. It'll get you charged, then charged again. Now, it goes without saying, fuck any bitch got the nerve to, say how bad she is without showing it. My parents were not psychics in any way. My father was a confident motherfucker who thought he could do anything. My mother was a believer. If my dad thought it, he would do it. And if my mama believed it, could nothing sway her thoughts on that subject. I just wonder how they fucking knew or how they could see so far into my life. Out of all my brothers, my mom used to always say I was just like my dad. You just like your father, boy. And I'm certain all my dad's sons, got his traits and perseverance. But mom's never told me how much I was like her. I'm a carbon copy of those traits in both my mother and father. And I'm blessed to recognize where and how my beliefs came about. In the streets, in my mind, I told myself I would never let either one of them down. And I swear that was a motivating factor in how I pimped. If you're going to do something, do your best. Or some other way of saying it was both their mottos. and thinking about these holidays coming close and shit, they make me want my loved ones back in my life. But, of course, I'm being emotional. Because neither one of them ever really left. Moms, Pops, Evelyn, Richard, Clint Jr., and now Gene, shit, are all still very much part of my life. I love and miss them. And I really would like to tell them that goddamn shit again. Now, one last thing. My older sister Evelyn, she was retarded and lived her life far better than she would have because she was exactly like my mother and father too. You couldn't tell her shit if she didn't believe it, and if you couldn't, and you just couldn't help her. She didn't want you to help her do shit. Independence, confidence, and self motivation are some traits that my parents left all of us. I remember, I ain't trying to be religious or anything, but I remember my mom used to say you're gonna be able to see signs of the times, and you're gonna be able to tell when the world is coming to the end. She should say closer to the year 2000, we would see. Now this was way back in the goddamn 50s. I was born in 52, and I remember it when I was 1 or 2, 3 years old, hearing mom saying that shit. And as we grew up, we never believed her words from the Bible, even when she said we would also be able to tell by the weather changing because we wouldn't be able to tell the seasons apart. And the real big thing that made us not believe her was when she said that men will become women and women will become men. Now that did it. She was nuts, and we knew religion had drove her crazy. Here we are in the 2000s now. Which one of them goddamn predictions did not come to pass? The only one was the world was coming to an end by the year 2000. Now that didn't come to pass. But what if she and all the other religious motherfuckers didn't factor in technology? Right about 2000 was the year that technology killed the world we lived in as we knew it, and it birthed a completely new world. A world which those changes my mother was speaking on could survive and thrive in. My parents rarely steered their children wrong, even when common sense was telling us otherwise. I guess it's like everything else, it's all dependent on how you see it. Now, I kind of wanted to hurry through this because I did do it yesterday, but people asked me to do it again. And I wanted to hurry because I got so much to do today. I got I got my granddaughter that I pick up every day at 12:30. So I got that, and I got a whole bunch of shit to do with my school. But what I'm saying is, I'm gonna be making these videos, and I'm hooked back up with Steve the Dean. Uh, people have their thoughts on Steve the Dean. I don't really care what people think. You know, uh, People love Dean, people hate Dean. People love Bud, people hate Bud. So I mean, that's just the price of tea. Hey, I'm gone, you guys. Be cool.